everyone, what's up? Thanks for hanging out with me. You're listening to your guy, Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Great to see you all. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. The game, Ohio State versus Michigan, the rivalry game. It's on. Best believe. Michigan, Ohio State is the best rivalry in college football. It's a big game. It's a big week. The biggest game on the calendar, the history, the animosity between the teams and competitive spirit are unparalleled in the sports world. Ohio State at Michigan as the rivalry gets renewed. Every year, this rivalry brings the best out of both teams. It means everything. Will Michigan beat Ohio State for the fifth year in a row? Who will win the game? I really admire Ryan Day, and I like him a lot. I didn't always feel that way about him. At one time, he was on my hot seat, but I think he's done a terrific job. Great football coach. And, he's been pushed around by Michigan. And a lot of times it's because his team was playing Michigan's game and not playing theirs. I think Will Howard got banged up a bit in that game early last year. Ohio State is a tougher program than Michigan. I think Ohio State is significantly a better team. Clearly, they're the better team, and that's why the spread is where it was. Obviously, you're worried about the status of Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate, but you have to imagine if they're even close to 100%, they're going to be ready to go this week. Jeremiah Smith was on a podcast. He appeared on a podcast and hinted that he will play on Saturday. It's versus Michigan. You're going to want to be out there. Any competitor would. The whole thing that Ryan Day can't beat Ohio State is obviously brought up around this time of year. I think Ohio State, and Ryan Day, anytime they had to face Michigan, Ryan Day was like, we're going to punch you in the mouth. And because it was more about beating Michigan than getting a win, the Buckeyes, they were kind of sucked in to playing Michigan style of football. Last year's loss, it was just demoralizing. And I think, you got to see a different Ohio State team from that point on. I still wonder what we're going to see this Saturday from the Buckeyes. Can Ohio State beat Michigan? To add to that, Michigan has to win this game to have any real shot at getting in the playoffs. And it's a rivalry game. So if there's a game where Michigan is going to come out ready to play, it would be this game today. If the game is close in the second half, I believe Michigan has a chance. That's not me saying they're going to beat the Buckeyes. Everything that Michigan is built on is their physical nature. I'm still going to say Ohio State has the advantage from the skill and speed perspective. The last 4 years now, Michigan's had the advantage in the trenches. Michigan could dazzle you with skills in the attack. They will outplay and outmuscle you on defense. And they don't really give anything away defensively. If Michigan makes it a physical battle of intensity, Ohio State could be in for a long day. Certainly Michigan has been far superior in the physical department. These guys are physically strong. So I think you're going to see a tougher Michigan team. I think you're going to see them control the line of scrimmage. Physical football is the way to win. They're going to be physical. And you know me, I was out front on this whole Michigan thing last year, especially when it plays Ohio State. And I always say, everything that they're built on is from their physicality. So I think you see a Michigan team that leans into that physical nature versus Ohio State. All they've done is continue to have their way against the Buckeyes year after year. Again, the level of physicality is kind of there, always. This is what I'm thinking. We're going to get a game today where Michigan brings that toughness. It's going to be a close game. And that's what Michigan wants to do, is keep it close. For me, in this rivalry game, and you can't deny it, Michigan is just always better. That's where I see this now. And to me, this might even be a much better version of Michigan that went to Columbus last year and beat Ohio State. I think today you are looking at a team that is going to do everything they can to limit possessions and drain the clock. And if Michigan absolutely jumps ahead early and get off the field on third, then it's Michigan's game. I'm telling you, whoever dominates the line of scrimmage controls this game. In the last 4 years, Michigan had the advantage in the trenches, and that's how they play. They've been able to be more physical, particularly along the defensive line. Julian Sand, okay, as polished as he is, meets his toughest defensive challenge since the Buckeyes' 14-7 slugfest over Texas in week 1. America will see him today do what he normally does. I mean, let's see. Big game for sure. So the one thing to watch is Sand. I think I have much more of the thought that he's going to be as sharp versus Michigan. This is a young kid who throws the most beautiful ball. His release is quick, smooth. He doesn't get rattled, mentally tough. I don't feel like it's going to phase him that much. Maybe today, Bryce Underwood, Michigan quarterback, will try to beat you with his legs. His running ability can be a weapon for Michigan. Julian Sand, Jeremiah Smith, the Buckeyes got a bunch of dogs on this team. And when I think about this game, I think about the team they are now. Because, again, after that loss to Michigan last year, Ohio State was a different team. This Ohio State team could be better than last year's team. This Michigan team is better than last year's team. It's going to take a 4-quarter battle. But, you know, I feel as if Ryan Day and his coaching staff didn't feel like Michigan would beat them with their quarterback play. You know, they just felt they wasn't going to be able to score on their defense. And the fact that I think Ohio State got away from their style last season is why I think the Buckeyes lost. I think they got into the red zone 5 times last year and came away with 10 total points. 2 missed field goals, an interception in the red zone. Think about it. Those mistakes are what ultimately cost them the game. And I think in this game, well, Ohio State will be aggressive down the field. This week for Ohio State, it's simple. It's as simple as this. Play their game, their style of football. Be themselves. Attack down the field, often and early. Obviously, the health of those wide receivers is a big question. But this is a rivalry game. I expect them both to be on the field. Their ability to be out there is going to be effective for the safeties and the defensive backs. Maybe even the linebackers to give their full attention to those guys on the outside, which will open up running lanes. And I think that will allow the run game to be effective. Ohio State's talent, great. Michigan's physicality, awesome. I mean, this is certainly a game everyone is talking about. It's a big day in college football. It's going to be absolutely cinematic. Cinematic. I always mess up on that word. Cinematic. Ann Arbor, noon kickoff. The weather. It's going to be a little crisp. Maybe some snow. Michigan wants the colder weather. They don't mind the worst field conditions. It is going to be cold, and that's going to play into the game plan that Michigan wants. I think in this game, in this environment, and also the way Michigan likes to play, this game will be close. If this game is close late, which I think it will be, Michigan will feel like they have a shot. This, to me, is a Buckeyes team that have a ton of plays they haven't run, and for sure, they have some buttons they can push. And man, it's really tough to pick a winner. I just think Ohio State's talent prevails today. And that's why, to me, this Ohio State team, like the coaches are ready for this moment, and the players are ready to put their fingers all over this game. And man, it feels like we're about to have the greatest game of all time. So I'll go the Buckeyes in Saturday's main event. I mean, I guess it could go either way, but only one team can win. And I think Ohio State knows what they need to do better this time. My daughter was just over here. Maddie, you could come back and say hi. I guess not. She went back inside, but she was just out here, as you guys saw. You want to come and say hi real quick? Say hi to the audience. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Come say hi. Come say good morning.
Good morning.
Say go USC.
Go USC.
Say fight on USC.
Fight on.
Fight on. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been a pleasure as always. We'll see you guys next time. You guys take care. Tell them bye, Maddie.
Bye.
I'll be back with more great content as
I will
always.
be
You guys
back.
have a great rest of the day. Take care, everyone.
Take